Grand rising, grand afternoon, grand evening, or grand rest, wherever you are, beloved cosmic familia. We're over here stoking some sage to reset the energy of the space. And then we are going to go into your Miracle Manifestation Monday messages. Yes, but just know, beyond all belief, we are surrounded in the light of protection throughout our day. It is at our side and guiding our words and actions to come from a place of love, clearing our energy and vibration completely of negative thoughts and beliefs, releasing fears and self-limiting beliefs, helping us to fully and completely experience love, light, and joy that is present in every moment, and guiding our path for our highest and greatest good. So it is, so it is, so it is. All right, we're going to soak this just a little bit more. Yes. And then we shall discuss manifestations for this week coming through for the collective. Of course, many of us, we prefer to take it one day at a time, if not 1 hour at a time, 1 moment at a time. But energies are definitely brewing. We are a manifestation manifesting. So just know that with these manifestations, among these manifestations are the makings of miracles, beloveds. The makings of miracles. So, instead of going into tarot at this time, we're going to go into Wisdom of the Hidden Realms and see what energies are at play for this Miracle Manifestation Monday. Well, hello, beloved Bella. Thank you so much for joining us. That's me getting up to close my studio door. We have a fur baby visitor. Lay down. Go to your spot. All right, here we go into Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. First card to come out, we have the Hawk Prince. Spiritual communication and paying attention. And I'm feeling guided to bring out 2 more, and that is exactly what happened. So, and the purpose for this I will share in just a moment. All right, beginning with 3 cards. The Hawk Prince, the Lady of the Mirror, the Metal King. All of these energies are brewing. Yes, spiritual communication, paying attention, reflection, non-judgment, discipline, armor, and boundaries. Yes. So, look at the resemblance and the approach of these 2 characters right here. It's as though there is a synchronicity occurring upon reflection, choosing to take that path of non-judgment, but also discernment is at play and is always, well, I mean, we're guided to discern and understand what it means to discern properly. It doesn't mean that our homies from our soul tribe are meant to be mincing our words, especially in terms of transition. And that's exactly what I see here, is a transition. And for those of you who like to mince words, or you simply don't know the full definition of transition, it doesn't just involve someone perishing or passing on or dying. Transition is a change or shift from one state, subject, place, or condition to another. It's also a link between ideas or sections in literature and music. A changeover, a conversion, a development, an evolution, growth, passage, progress, progression, a shift, a transformation, and yes, even an upheaval. We're not seeing any upheavals going on here. No. What we are seeing here is clearly a development. I'm hearing spiritual and character development here. Oh, yes. Growth. A changeover. A change of mind. A shift in perspectives. But this is big. It's big. Big and spiritual. Oh, yes. Ultra spiritual for the other egoists who like to mince our words. Or simply think they already know it all. So anytime anyone comes into their energy with equal, we'll just say equal energy in a certain forte, and they don't like it. But what I see here is stoicism coming in, as though you are expressing love. You are expressing love even to those who mince your words, even to those who intentionally get it twisted. Like for those who try to think they're outsmarting you in some kind of way. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. Because both of these images at this time in this particular message and session represent, and I say this all the time, stepping into your calling. But what makes this message different is the awareness upon reflection. Paying closer attention. And this doesn't mean dissecting others with our mind and our eyeballs. Paying attention, awareness. This is even being aware of our own pitfalls, our own strongholds. Recognizing that these triggers we all experience in our lives as we observe others are like signs that there is still work to be done. And if we're not growing, we are withering. Competition, comparison are thieves. They're thieves. They steal our joy. They are the opposite of love. And you are seeing this. You are opening your eyes to this. Understanding that everyone has free will. First and foremost, everyone has free will, and everyone is a soul, a spirit, an energy manifesting as a human experience. None of us made landfall with an almanac or an atlas. And yet, somehow, some way, we've also had experiences of like realizing where we are in the moment and pondering like, how in the heck did we even get here? Well, it's because our higher selves have been communing with us all along. "144 versions of yourself just in one bandwidth." Actually, just in one dimension. And then you expand on that. And the more you are aware of it, the more you can drink deeper. Oh, yes. Dissecting thyself instead of trying to break down others. We're not meant to be doing reverse engineering on other people, beloveds. Unless there is a specific type of calling for that and we have permission to do so. If you're tuning in to my channel and you stick around, you are allowing it. And that's just how the cookie crumbles, beloveds. And here is the kicker. You already know this. I'm not exactly preaching to the choir on this, but it's like all I'm saying right now is just confirmation. It's confirmation of what you already know. If it didn't already exist in the astral, in the Akashic, if it wasn't already done, we wouldn't even be having this discussion right now. The conversation with our other selves would be radio silent. Now, let's have a little bit of fun here with these numbers. Because our higher selves most certainly are not radio silent. And the more we commune with them in our inner temple, the more non-judgmental we become, the more about omni-love we become, but also the more disciplined we become. See, boundaries don't just create walls, beloveds. We can expand on certain boundaries as well. So not all boundaries are meant to be restraints or restrictive. As long as you believe beyond all doubt and know beyond all doubt you are protected, those boundaries are already in place. You are becoming like a billboard of sorts. Because as you do all this work on yourself, your light is expanding. And for those of us who know what it is and what that means, we see you. We see you, boo. We see you when you're sailing and we see you when you're sinking, and we love you no matter what. That's right. We love you no matter what. Let's take a look at some angel numbers here. So the purpose of having these 3 cards is to do 2 different angel number combinations here. We're going to begin with 1144. We have 2 master numbers here. So this number is going to be like a booyah, in your face energy. So get ready for it. As we drink a little deeper on the meaning of 1144, the combination of these 2 master numbers. And I'm going to go into, and I never really do this, but we're going to go into the love aspects of the message, because for the last couple of weeks, and I've been sitting with it for some time, I made an executive decision to call back my energy in terms of doing the Money Matters Monday messages and be more focused on the higher echelons, the higher energy, frequency, and vibration, the higher bandwidths, and less focused on the material realm. Although, I will say, there is major emphasis on trusting the process and not losing ourselves in it. And so right before I lost myself in the decision making, that's my Libra moon, okay? We just won't even go there about that. And the indecisiveness. And the fact of the matter is, I'm not as indecisive as I used to beat myself up over. No. It's just a matter of being concerned about the confrontations and repercussions and consequences of me sharing in that decision openly. Not necessarily the Money Matters Monday messages decision, but decision making overall. Hanging on to the fear of the consequence of letting others know about certain decisions. And it's not even irrational to have been thinking that way if you've already been in numerous situations and circumstances where the fear at the time was justifiable. Fear of harm being brought upon myself or others as a consequence of certain decisions, and then the sharing aspect of it. We were just speaking on growth, especially in terms of spiritual muscles and character development. The number 1144 also speaks on growth. And particularly with love, relationships are improving, or they're about to grow, enter a new phase, or by all means, by way of the lessons integrated through connections with others, there is also personal growth that has been accrued. And an emphasis on, well, some of you are making amends. Others of you, it's not so much about making amends as it is understanding the importance of harmony. Regardless, this is divine intervention at play within our relationships. Whether it's a sibling, a parent, another elder, a friend, a lover. There is alignment occurring. I was going to say on the horizon, but it's here. Like, it's here. And the more that we embrace this path of non-judgment, but also not listening to others when they say to rest that neck, and I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. It's like an owl who can almost turn their head at a complete 360. These red-tailed hawks are very similar in terms of having the ability to be aware, like pretty much like 99.9999999% aware of the energies and surroundings. Okay. And I don't even really see you being so protection focused at this time, because you're so secure in that alignment and that knowing that the focus is not on, oh, am I protected today? Oh, I need to stay protected up today. No. That discipline is already applied. And so your ability to step into your calling even further now is amplified. Look at these two mirroring each other. Quite literally, figuratively, and so on and so forth. Yes, soul alignment and divine intervention most certainly at play here. And just in those spoken words in this moment, beloveds, I can feel it like the top of my head is tingling. My fingers, my toes. It's like these waves of tingle. This is, beloveds, what it truly means to be Liddy. organically. No substances involved here. It's pure omni love and the understanding that that path of non-judgment is what cleared the way and is clearing the way for us. Separation is an illusion. And our relationships are hitting that next step. Especially for those in the collective who claim any part of the twin flame narrative, we'll just say. Not only that, not only are our relationships hitting the next steps, but these next steps are extremely important in the personal growth of everyone involved. And whoa, the sun comes out and shines a light on that. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through and confirming everything that I just said. I mean, I'm not even surprised with combining two master numbers to manifest this message with an overcast. And then boom, that mighty sun says, hey, hi, how are ya? You good? Why, yes, thank you for asking. We're good in the hood. All good. All good. Yes. These incoming changes, actually, the changes have been occurring. It's like being unaware of the manifestation because you are right in the middle of it. And I'm getting that you have been embracing the process for the most part. And if not, you will be. You will be. Which is cueing me to go over the next number involved here, which is still going to begin with the number 11. But we're going to do 1137, and I like how that rhymes a little bit. Isn't that just the cutest little bar ever? Yes. Letting love in. Beloveds, our heart center is expanding. This is beautiful news. No need to question whether or not our hearts are protected. Of course they are. We can take our focus off of the protection and focus on our boundaries. And I'm talking about expanding on some of these boundaries. I mentioned not all boundaries are restrictions and restraints. We can expand. Brand new chapters. The universe isn't set to shine on us. It is, beloveds. It absolutely is shining. Stability, commitment, keeping our priorities in order. Moving into a space beyond wonder. Self-awareness. Paying attention through reflection. integrating that discipline, expanding on the boundaries. This is a time of progress. Just because we know that our home, this earth, is in a falling state, doesn't mean that we have to live in a state of fear when we can choose to live in a state of progress. By what? Big vibrational energy working in our favor. That's right. That's not an angry tone. That's passionate. It's loving passion. It's radiating off of me right now. Sharing the comfort, support, and guidance. Assisting one another on our spiritual journeys. Divine intervention just is. Especially when it's necessary. Yes. This is phenomenal. Combined master numbers are highly symbolic and spiritual. Fused with confidence, but also care. A reminder that our words and our actions can encourage or discourage. They can make or break relationships. And regardless of where we were 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 years ago, the new cosmic code is linked to our relationships. And that cosmic code is symbolic of confidence, being more meaningful, careful, caring, mindful of our words and actions. That shift, that change from one state, subject, place, or condition to another. Even with the knowledge that not everyone is awake, not everyone can be saved on this timeline at this time. But for those who want to be smug towards others about that knowing, they clearly still have work to do. But look here. You can be psychic or tuned in and tapped in terms of clairs in this lifetime, but not necessarily the next. If you're still on that hamster wheel, there's going to be more time for reflection. And also in a past life, you could have been what we consider to be ordinary. And so what? So what? It's okay to be ordinary. It really is. There's nothing wrong with being ordinary when we're already supernatural beings. That is free will. And sometimes even divine intervention is at play when we choose to live a more minimalistic, ordinary life. Look at what's happening in Hollywood and in other areas of the entertainment industry. Aren't you glad you didn't sign that contract? Aren't you glad you didn't rub elbows with a demon in a dirt basement? Hiring local thugs to do their dirty work? Aren't you glad? I am. Because now there is a reward of a fresh start, even in present conditions, circumstances, relationships, The whole shebang. Huge life shifts. That, from what I see here, you were shying away from for a moment. Sitting with it. Weighing the pros and cons. Integrating what needed to be integrated. But also tuning in when you need to tune in. Reflecting when you need to reflect. What good is a lesson if we don't integrate it? Yay? Right. Exactly. Now let's talk about 1137. Furthermore, amplifying the growth. I can tell you why. And it's a specific master number. It's the common denominator, the ones. Oh yes, the common denominator is the ones. And the 3 is the potential for even more growth. Oh, yes. Okay. So, I don't want to cut right straight to the love aspects of this number because it's not, this isn't a love reading, a love session. But with the 2 master numbers combined, I felt it necessary to speak on love, and for good reason. And now you know what that reason was because we just shared on it. 1137 is a strong manifestation energy, amplifying the discussion that we just had about the power of our actions and spoken word, our words and our actions. But I see ones in a lot of angel numbers representing possibilities, willpower, clarity, transformation, optimism, vision, self-reliance even, and growth, intuitions. I trust that all things are happening for a purpose, and the more I invest awareness in my growth, the closer I continuously become to the outcomes I'm seeking. Interesting. Changes are coming in all areas of our lives. whatever we have been applying our focus to, it will pay off in all areas of our lives, according to 1137. All right. Back into so we are going to touch a little bit on vocation as we're being guided to continue having faith in ourselves and our abilities, because the achievements have already occurred and advancements are coming through for us. Further clarifying abundance and prosperity in all areas of your life, no matter the weather, because there really isn't any negative meaning to the number 1137 at all. Ideas and beliefs are aligning with purpose, being encouraged to trust our inner wisdom, stay focused on our goals, and forget what other people say about crunch time and time's almost up and blah, 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 when it's fluid and we're not caught up in that illusion. So, a changeover, a conversion, a new development, growth, a passage. I just heard rite of passage for some of the collective. Either way, everything that I'm saying is going to resonate to anyone who tunes in. Progress is certainly on the agenda. Shifts occur all the time. No longer placing emphasis on the upheavals. We don't have time for that. If anybody wants to use that, that, what would you call it, passive aggressive approach to time and what it really means, we're on our own schedule, honey. And you better get used to it. You run you. And that's it. And that's always the way it's always going to be. Free will. As we continue to take positive steps towards our dreams. And that's pretty much what I have for you for this session. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in. If you made it this far, you are a rock star. Progress is occurring regardless. And from what I see here, you did this for you without even realizing that you did this for you. Like, even if it was the farthest thing from your mind, you started paying closer attention to things, you inside and out, doing a bit of reflecting and sitting with it, applying it. And I just have to say, omni love to every single one of you. Congratulations on your new beginnings, independence, creativity, awakening, and any and all other energy that resonates with positive changes, growth, and awareness. You are a rock star. Happy Monday and brightest blessings.